farming has long been a country thing. Yet more and more people are reintroducing farms in urban areas. Not gardens, but actual farms. And the people at Sur La Table have taken notice. The cookware retail giant recently released its own farm-to-table cookbook entitled Eating Local, the cookbook inspired by America's farmers. Today, we get out of the studio and into the field on one of the farms featured in this cookbook. Delaney Community Farms is about 12 miles east of Denver, Colorado. It's early Monday morning, and while everyone else is getting ready for market, Fatma Mermanesh, the farm's operations coordinator and self-proclaimed vegetable nerd extraordinaire, joins us. Welcome, Fatma.
Thank you very much.
So this is a city farm. In fact, my understanding is part of the mission is to reconnect city folk to the land that nourishes them. Is there a legitimate disconnect, actually, between city folk and farms?
Absolutely. I grew up in Denver, and I had never even been to a farm or couldn't tell you what, life on a farm was like until I was an adult. I mean, I was an avid gardener, but there's a huge disconnect between what's in the grocery store and what's going on out here, for sure.
What does it take then from start to finish?
I have a cousin who was like, oh, you're a farmer? That's weird. That's like, that should be your hobby. This could not be anybody's hobby. I mean, 6:30 in the morning to sometimes 6:37 at night. It's physical labor with, every one of the elements that could be out here is out here. Wind, sun, rain, thunder, tornadoes, mudslides, whatever, you have to love being outside. You don't do it for the money. You do it because you're in love with the whole process. You can't do anything else.
So obviously you love doing this, but still you have good days and you have bad days, no matter what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Tell me what a bad day looks like, and tell me what a phenomenal day looks like.
A bad day can show up in a lot of different ways. It can show up like you came to work and after a hailstorm and half of everything is just gone, and it's really emotional, and you have to stop and figure out what you're going to do and communicate to shareholders that there might not be food. And that's like the worst day ever. Sometimes a bad day is, having a work group out here that didn't want to be out here, and they accidentally pulled up half of your beans. But a really good day could be when you expected the work group to not want to be out here, and they ended up loving it and being really proud of their work and getting a lot done. Or a really good day could show up like really quiet out here, and everyone's just in their own head, and it's sort of meditative, and you get a lot of work done. Sometimes it's just, bonding and talking about bugs,
Looking around, I mean, you've got kind of all kinds of neighbors in any community. Not everyone is always neighborly. How has this farm been sort of received by others in the community? Has it been nothing but great things? Have there been any conflicts?
I can't think of an instance where we've had any conflict except for maybe with the golf course. We don't have beef, but they have grass and they spray their grass.
Talking about pesticides?
Pesticides. They're far enough away from us that, it doesn't really matter. But I just think there have been a few conversations about that. And then the only other thing is prairie dogs as our neighbors. Sometimes people are upset about the fact that we keep snakes here on the farm. They're not our snakes, they live here. There's lots of wildlife, but we encourage the snakes because they take care of mice, which we don't want in the fields.
So you have to pick your battles. Do you want to battle with the snakes or do you want to battle with the mice?
No, I don't want to battle with the snakes. I love the snakes. I don't love the prairie dogs as much, but, we try to keep the peace.
Fatma, thank you so much, and have a great rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
Fatma Mermanesh is the operations coordinator at Delaney Community Farms, a project of Denver Urban Gardens and the city of Aurora, just east of Denver, Colorado.